Hello everyone, I just wanted to share a quick video with you to give you a little bit more clarity on the portfolio building process. It's a pretty strenuous endeavor just because it's a lot of gathering of little pieces of information, not because it's a significant amount of writing necessarily. But the first thing I want to do is step into our course, Master's Research Project. And the first thing I want to draw your attention to is to those of you who are school counselors. You're going to want to make sure that you use my announcements in order to respond to the counseling outcomes, because the K-CREP outcomes in the current Blackboard shell are out of date. So please keep in mind, counseling people, this week for your counseling portfolio, you're going to respond to the foundations outcome. You're going to pick 3 of the 5 performance indicators listed here. So just a note for school counselors. But let's go ahead and take a look at the portfolio section on Blackboard. So your assignment this week is to do the outcomes listed below for the portfolios that are applicable to you. So I want to remind you, everyone is doing the MAED portfolio. All of you are going to submit outcomes for this section. As a graduate of the Ottawa program, you're required to submit a master's portfolio. And if you are getting your master's in something specific, such as school psychology, you're going to respond to these. If you are going to be, actually, I don't think I have anyone doing an in-task portfolio. But school leaders, anyone who's looking to be a principal or getting a school leadership degree, you'll answer these ISLIC standards. And then again, K-CREP, my school counselors, do not respond to these 2 bullets. Make sure you go back and look at the announcements for the 3 you're going to respond to this week. So what happens when you respond to these? What you're going to do is address the bullet points below the outcome. So for example, if you are going to respond to this first bullet, you will find some paper that you've written in one of your previous courses that supports the fact that you understand the empirical, historical, philosophical, and conceptual perspectives in education. So what kind of artifact might you select for this outcome? Anything where you're discussing any of these particular contexts in education. You might even be able to use the framework that you're writing for my class right now to meet this need. So what you'll do is in a single paragraph, you'll address how the artifact you're supplying demonstrates that you understand this outcome. So again, just a 1-paragraph reflection on how your artifact meets this outcome. You'll then move on to the next one, best practices and research to serve diverse student populations. I'm sure that you have many, many documents in your hands that you've written that addresses this outcome in particular. So again, a single paragraph where you explain how the artifact you select meets this particular bullet point. Now, keep in mind, each one of these gets its own artifact, each bullet point. So for this assignment, you're going to have 3 paragraphs written where you address how your artifact meets the outcome, and 3 artifacts, 1 to go with each. Now, what to do next if you are getting a specific degree that requires an additional portfolio, you'll do the same thing for whichever standards apply to you specifically. Okay, so let's see. How do we submit this stuff on Blackboard? What you'll do here, click on the assignment link. I would attach as many files as you need to. So I would attach your 3 artifacts, and I would please, if you would, save them as OU MAED 1A, 1B, and 1C. And then you might want to attach a 4th document, maybe a Word document that has your 3 individual paragraphs, 1 for each particular outcome for this week. So you might attach 4 files for this if you're only getting your master's. If you're getting your counseling degree, then it might be 7 or 8 files because you'd have 6 artifacts this week as well as all the reflections. Okay, so that's how you submit everything on Blackboard. I will look through your artifacts and your support statements and just give you any feedback if I need you to change anything. If I feel like your artifact doesn't necessarily demonstrate the outcome, that would be something I would let you know in Blackboard. And then once you've gotten the go-ahead from me to upload these items to your portfolios, what you're going to do here is come back out to your home page and click on the Tools tab. Here it is. And then you'll click on Portfolios. Now, I have a ton of portfolios in here because I demonstrate how to make them with some frequency, so please ignore all of these down here. Yours will likely be empty. What you're going to do next is click Create Portfolio. I'm going to call this Nicole's Test Portfolio. And then it's really important you check this Select Portfolio Template box, because this is where you get the template to fill in all of your portfolio. So for the first example, I'm going to go ahead and do the MAED Outcomes Portfolio, because all of you are going to create this one. So you scroll down here to OU Outcomes, Graduate Education, scroll all the way down and click Submit, and then you can just simply click Submit. I'm going to go ahead and explore on my own, and here you'll notice on the left-hand side you have really nice little tabs here that align with everything we've done in the course so far, where you'll be able to upload all of your work. So for the introduction, you'll click right here to add artifacts. See, it says introduction right here. Ooh, cancel. You're going to add 2 artifacts in this section. You'll add your resume and your cover letter. And you wrote those last week, and I let you know if there was anything I needed you to change. So everyone should be ready to go ahead and upload those 2 things right here. We're going to skip over Life of Significance, which is the second thing right here, and go to Outcome 1A. And if you recall, Outcome 1A, I have to scroll down to see it, what Outcome 1A is talking about specifically is the first bullet point under the first outcome that you're working on for this week. So what you'll do when you're ready to submit this, once you've submitted it on Blackboard and you're ready to go ahead and upload it into your portfolio, for 1A, you'll add your artifact here by clicking Add Artifact, and then in this text box, you will copy and paste the paragraph that you wrote that explains your rationale for how you've met this outcome. So 1A will go right here, 1B right here, 1C right here, and so on and so forth. So that's how you import your material into your portfolio. Again, you're going to want to wait to put anything in here until I've given you the go-ahead from Blackboard, like those artifacts look good, your explanations look good, go ahead and upload. So I'm going to close this out real quick and actually just walk you through one of the other portfolios. So let's say you are going to do a counseling portfolio. I'll go ahead and call this K-CRAP, and then I'm going to scroll down to the school counseling portfolio. So school counseling is here, psychology is right below it. You'll find whatever portfolio you need to create in this template selector. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the K-CRAP portfolio. So you'll notice the first section of the K-CRAP portfolio starts with foundations. And on my announcement this week in Blackboard, I said, here are the outcomes the counselors need to write to, and it says pick 3 of 5. So under foundations, there are, in fact, 5 specific outcomes, and you're able to respond to just 3 of those. So even though the Blackboard shell has the outdated K-CRAP outcomes in them, once you put them in your portfolio, please don't worry, all of the portfolio tabs have been updated and are correct. So school counselors, just please keep in mind, and this is going to be really important for you guys specifically, at the beginning of each week, I will share the school counselor portfolio assignment right here in the announcements. So again, counselors, this week you're working on foundations. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything, though please guys, feel free to call me, text me, or email me if you need help with any of this, or if this is not clear enough for you. I am ready to support you however I can, and I hope that you find this little video productive. I'm always happy to Zoom with you too, guys, so if anybody wants a Zoom meeting, just shoot me an email and let me know. We'll get it scheduled. Thanks!